Because now every time I lose the picking. No, I go wait. If I endure and with grace, God will come out the cause from my body. Which cause? Why my stepfather go do what he do to me? Which kind man go do that kind of thing to small girl? And my mama tell me say, na me cause am.
So before we continue this video, hello everyone, welcome to Soul Haven, a safe place where mental, emotional and family dysfunctions are addressed, providing you with safe tips so that you can live and become your best self. I'm Emanuela, your talk therapist, and I'm simply here to review a very interesting movie I saw this week, I think day before yesterday, Baby Farm, and I'm sure most of you might have seen the movie, right? So I'm just going to be reviewing a particular scene in that movie because it speaks so loudly to what trauma can do. I mean, while watching this particular scene, I was asking myself, is this a case of gaslighting, of manipulation, or a combination of both? Because listening to her say she has a curse on her and every other thing she said afterwards. So we're just going to watch it together. Then when we are done, we're going to review it together. So let's continue.
Saying be good man. And I'm making my banjo go meet him. Now I must come house. You didn't tell me say I need to.
So at this point, right, they're having a conversation and she's telling Adana that she has a curse on her, that why would her stepfather rape her if she's not possessed? Her mother said her stepfather is a good man, so she bewitched him to rape her. And do you know, this is sad because it doesn't just happen in movies. I've come across a teenager that shared a similar experience with me. She had one of her mom's partners or boyfriends abused her, and her mom said, oh, she was one that lured him and all of those stuff. And I was in awe. I was like, are you serious? Like, this woman gave birth to you and she said that, right? So it doesn't just occur in movies. Her mother has sold a negative perspective about herself to her, so she believed it because that is her mother. I mean, psychologically, we have a higher tendency to believe what our parents tell us because these are like the first representation of people that we see, that we connect with. So she believed it. She felt like, oh, she was cursed. And it looks like it was playing out because all of the babies that she was making in the baby farm, they were all dying, right? She didn't give birth to any child that came out alive. Now, Adana is like, but you were just 12 years old. And you hear what she said.
12 years, you beat that time. 12 years reach for Banji.
She said 12 years reach for Obanji. And I'm blown away, like, it has been sold deeply into her. Now, this is where the manipulation and gaslighting comes in. I feel like Barbara, Sister Barbara in quotes, she used her past experience to gaslight her and manipulate her into doing what they want in their industry. So let's continue.
No worry. When God bring me here, give me a new house, new family. Now me be the first patient for this place. Now me be the guide for all the makers we come. Sister Bab try for me.
At this point, Adana is like, is this a play? Is this playing? Like, what's happening here? Apostle Paul will say it in the Bible, said, who has bewitched you that you may not know the truth? Like, that was the look on Adana's face, like, what manner of sorcery is this? When she says Sister Barbara has been good to me, this is the lie that Sister Barbara had sown to her, that, oh, God brought you to this place, you have a new family, you have a new home. You must have, if you've seen the movie before, you must have heard her tell Adana and the other makers that this is their new home, this is their new family, that God brought them to this place so that they can have a new beginning, they can do something beautiful with their life. So Barbara was simply using her past traumatic experience to manipulate her, to gaslight her into feeling that she was in a better place. And I think we're going to pause here, right? As a psychotherapist, when seeing this movie, I just said, no, I have to talk about this because there are people that are in this space and they've gone through terrible things and they're refusing to heal. They don't know that, and I'm speaking, perhaps you're in that space, right? You have no idea that if you don't heal from your past trauma, bad people can use it to manipulate you. Whenever you come in contact with people that shows you a little bit of love, even though it is toxic, I mean, you can come in contact with a narcissist and they would bomb you with love. Meanwhile, they have toxic traits, but you will not be able to recognize it because you feel like, oh, this is better than where I'm coming from. Let me tell you something. There is every tendency for a person that has been abused before to fall into the hands of an abuser again, except they take intentional and conscious move to heal. They might feel like, oh, because I have the experience, I'll be able to detect and say, oh, if I see this thing happen again, I'll be able to dodge. No, most likely they fall into that same trap again. So you have to go for healing. Please don't stay in silence and feel like, oh, time would work. Yes, time heals, but what matters most is what you are doing in that time. Time on its own might not heal anything. Time might go and you might end up remaining the same person that you were before. I mean, this movie is an eye-opener, and if you've not seen it before, you just need to watch it. Baby Farm, right? I mean, it's emotional, there are a lot of lessons to learn. These things happen, and I just pray that the government and we as a people will put our hands together in ensuring that around us we speak up and we don't keep quiet to allow such a thing happen. I mean, she was in the baby farm for like 6 years, and in the space of these 6 years, she got pregnant 6 times, and all of those children died. And I have a personal feeling that they were intentionally killing those children to keep her in that place, right? Making her feel, oh, really, that she's cursed or something. I mean, it's a terrible place to be, right? Traumatic experiences are like lenses, if not healed from, they're like lenses that distort your view of the world. They give you a distorted view of the world. You begin to see things in a different way. Imagine she said it was funny, but it was really, really touching. She said 12 years, no reach to be Obanje. Like, she was like, even at age 12, you can be possessed. Meanwhile, she wasn't possessed. There was nothing wrong with her. She was not the reason why her stepfather abused her. Her stepfather abused her because he's not a good person, not because of her. But her mother just sold that narrative to her because I don't even know why. Let's not even go into that part, right? Which is really, really sad. But all of these things, they just distorted her view of herself. So this is just to say that you need to pay attention to your mental health, right? If you've experienced hurtful things in the past, don't keep quiet. Don't just allow it stay and feel like, oh, it's going to go away. Or you cover it up and feel like with time it's going to go. You know what happens to a wound if you just cover it up? It festers. But when you open it and you dress it, it begins to heal. It might look like a lot opening that wound and talking about it, but trust me, it's better you open it up with a professional and address it than leave it to fester, because it's not going to do you any good. I hope this session will be able to convince you that the traumatic experiences you've had are not who you are. Right? Please reach out and get help. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with somebody you know it will be beneficial to, because trust me, a lot of people are in this space. Hope you take a mind supplement. I remain your talk therapist.